Your heading for today's notes will be the origin of the ocean. Today's main focus is to go over some theories of where our oceans came from, where did this water come from. So the origin of the ocean is your heading. All right, now question for you. Where did all of this come from? About 70% of our Earth's surface is covered with water. We have tons of it. Okay, so where did it come from? There's some theories out there, and the thing that you need to make sure you're aware of is that these are just theories. Some of them seem kind of crazy, but we haven't come up with anything better. So the first one is volcanic activity. Okay, so the thought was at the very beginning of Earth forming, when it was just a hot molten rock, we had volcanic activity. We had volcanoes giving off lava and producing water vapor. So there was water vapor kind of trapped inside the Earth, and when these volcanoes went off, erupted, they gave off some of that water vapor. I'd put this down. Over time, that water vapor built up in the atmosphere. So we had that water vapor building up and building up and building up. And then, go ahead and write this, when the temperature of Earth cooled off, the water vapor condensed and rained. Formed precipitation. So we have volcanoes giving off water vapor. It collected for a long time. And then as the Earth cooled, remember, when you cool off air, it's going to produce condensation if there's water in it. And that condensation is going to fall as precipitation. So volcanoes is kind of the big theory there, where that all came from. You don't need to write this, but after a long, long time, that water collected in low parts where the oceans were. So volcanoes erupting. Just a reminder, nothing to write. The water cycle just moves water around. We're never adding water or subtracting water. And then life began afterwards. Second theory here. Go ahead and write this. Is that some of our water may have come from blocks from space, comets and asteroids. A comet, for instance, is made up of chunks of ice, basically. So if a comet hit Earth, then that ice would just melt and add to the water. Asteroids, the same thing. It's mostly dust and some water, some ice. Well, when that ice melts, it adds to our water. So these are two main theories of where our ocean water came from. There are some more out there, but these are the ones that were kind of mentioned in your book and the ones that are fairly common. Another question for you here is why is some water salty and other water fresh? Okay, so why do we have oceans with salt water and then we have rivers and lakes with fresh water? About 3% of our oceans are salt. So if I weighed out 100 pounds of ocean water, about 3 pounds would be salt, and the other 97 would be water. And I think we're going to stop there for today.